All right, let's go over the Hunter Cave. This is a base spot a lot of players seem to like. I've rated this a whole lot of times, so let's go over what it's like in ASA. All right, the Hunter Cave is in this canyon. All right, in the south. So we'll show you the map. All right, so it's near 85.2, 54.2. Pretty easy to find. Like I said, it's very much in the south here. All right, let's go in. You can definitely get Stego in here. Probably not a Prey Racer, but maybe. Prey Racer might fit through there. Oh, that would be troublesome if a Prey Racer fits through there, because they can come through here with a wall in front of them and not get shot by any turrets. So, as you can see, we already have a okay area for a slowdown in this cave. Right back against the wall all the way back there. We'll run back to it in just a second. So we probably want the turrets to hit about here. So we'd want this to be about 19, 20 foundations away. So yeah, so your turrets would go about here. Your first set of turrets would go about here. Firing into that cave, so about where this rock is. So that's kind of a nice little indicator, right? So we'll go ahead and drop some turrets here. Just so we can see further in the cave. Why? Because can I not snap to this rock? Oh, that's less than ideal. Alright, so anyway, we're going to drop some turrets here and a generator. This is not going to be a build. You've seen my series so far that I've been going through on this. It's this is about if the caves are viable or not, and then we can go through if you want to see a PvP based build on this as well. We can go through and build those, and we'll show those to you if you want to see those. Just let me know in the comments below. Alright, let's move on. We got the turrets there and that, so that'll be our first slowdown. That's not a huge gap kind of area to shoot back up in there, so probably only get maybe 25, 50 turrets there, which is fine. Slow down, right? That's what it should be. Our main defense should be further in the cave. Unless I don't know how they redesigned this cave for ASA from ASE, but I remember the big slowdown was a little bit farther. Might actually be right here, so that might not be worth placing. Because this is a gap here. This, you're not going to be able to get a Prey Racer past. Alright. You probably not going to be able to get a Stego past this either, but you might be able to. Maybe. Then we come here, and this used, I'm pretty sure when you came through there. Then you turn around here, the corner here, and there is where the next turret wall was at. Without any turrets or defenses like that here, and we can blow up all the foundations in the area, and they might be able to get a transmitter down, but I don't know if you got some triangle foundation stuff here, and up along the walls, it probably won't be able to. And then this is going to be an LOS issue, where they can hide and use tech rifles from. So we'll want to definitely keep that in account. So we'll start from here. So this isn't, again, not exact measurements. So this is about where you'd want to put your turrets starting. You might be able to push some heavies up on those pillars a little bit closer. This is pretty much where you're going to build your majority of your turrets. It's going to be right here, firing back up in that area. So let's see. Yeah, we can definitely see the two first turrets we set up. So you may only want to put a few up there for slowdown, or none at all, and just use this as your main slowdown here. This is going to be the main defense for the cave. Once you're past this point, I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot of great places to build again. We'll see though. It depends on if it's like the old Hunter Cave or not. Okay, so we'll throw down We'll throw down 3 turrets here, just so we can see them, and a generator, just so we can see the range more further in the cave. So you probably have 100 turrets here, or 90 or 75, depending on how many turrets you put up the first slowdown. Alright, then we'll go further back in the cave. This is definitely built differently. Interesting looking. It has that drop off, so they rush that and fall down here. Okay. Go around the corner. So this kind of loops back on and of itself and kind of folds, so it's not a lot of your turrets are going to be seen by other turrets. So yeah, like we're down here. This turret can still see all those up there. But this is a decent area though for the next set of, yeah, because you gotta look around here. So you could put 20-25 turrets up against this wall here, or maybe even just 5 or 10. But it's, unfortunately, your big wall that you really want to stop them at. You're not necessarily a wall, but the first choke point you really want to stop them at needs the most turrets. So putting some here might not be worth losing turrets up there for. So that's a judgment call. Maybe -5 from there and put 5 here, just to slow them down, make it harder for them to push through there. But I think with a stego, 5's not going to do anything. If a stego can fit through there, we should probably walk through here with a stego. But we'll do that on a build video if you want to see that. Okay, so let's see. Stego definitely can't fit through here. This goes 2 directions. So this is the old split. Just looks a little different. So to the right, this comes into a very hard to defend area. This opens up, and then there'll be water and a couple of paths to take in here. So this will be, you definitely want to build some defenses here, as far down in this tunnel as you can. So you probably want to put your defenses about here. This should be about 19-20 foundations away from the opening there. So you could put another set of turrets here. So as we can see, we can't see the defense turrets up front anymore. So we could probably pop 100 turrets or 75 turrets, something in here, depending on how many other places in the cave your turrets can be seen. So we'll figure that out. This, because your main room is going to be kind of right over there. So I don't know if it'll see these or not, depending on how this folds back on each other. All right, because once you get past that point, and you're down in here, you know, like I said, it goes left to right. Kind of hard to defend points like this. This is a pretty decent sized room. You can put a crafting station in here or some breeding in here. All right, if we go to the left, you can see there's water down there we can drop down to. Enemies could put boats in there. And if we go to the right, I believe it comes out down there. So we'll go to the right real quick. And so it makes it hard to put defenses up, right? Like in previous videos, we've shown kind of caves that have these kind of systems like this. If they go to the left and can cut back and come behind your defenses you have in this tunnel, to stop them from coming this way, that would be detrimental. So we wouldn't really put defenses up through here, so I'm not really sure what you do with this. Maybe personal rooms or something if your tribe has that kind of stuff. But the best storage place in here is going to be near the artifact room, so that wouldn't necessarily do that either. So like say it comes down here where you could have dropped down from the other point. Alright, this is another decently sized room where you could do some breeding. This would definitely be a good breeding area. And then we got this water here where you can do some sharks and anglers. I mean, a Tuso could fit in here, but it kind of be hard to breed lots of Tusos in this little spot. Yeah, with the split, you can drop down into here. Alright, we came out of the tunnel over there to our right. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to fly a little slower and I'll make that. Okay, so then we run down go this way, into this tunnel. And it comes out into another area where we could have come, instead of going, when we went right earlier, if we'd gone left, we would have come out right up there. And this is another section here with water in it. As you can see, this was deeper in ASE. Wow, they made this a lot shallower. This used to be a great squid breeding area. I mean, you can still use it for that. It's deep enough, but it's not as deep or as big as it was. I don't know why they put so much metal in here. You know, metal's kind of hard to get out of a cave. Alright, so it's not as good as it used to be for breeding water tames. It was just unfortunate. Alright, so let's go back up to the split. Okay, so here was the split. We went right. Then we should get shot by turrets as we come around this corner here. Alright, have a hard time pushing that way. And so if we decide to attack and go to the left, it's not really a great place to defend yet. Yeah, and so to block them from coming down that way as easily, your turrets would go about here, where this metal spawn is. But that's really close to the artifact room, so I don't know about this. Using this as a block, because it'd be pretty... You can get some decent sized dinos through there. It'd be pretty easy to push this in a 6x cave, if you're not standing right here fighting them when they do it. We'll go ahead and get the turrets down. Oh, those turrets see any others? 3 in the area. Okay, cool. They don't see the other turrets though, so that's good. Get a generator down. So notice as we come down into here from the split, that could have gone left or right. Now we can go left or right again. Alright, another split. Gotta love those in defense and caves. Horrible for defense. Anyway, so you can drop down here. That takes you back to the artifact room pretty quickly. Or you can go right. If you're raiding, you'd probably drop down there because that's where their loot's going to be. But if you go right, this is probably where they're going to be breeding at. So it depends on what you want to do. You want to kill the dinosaurs before you get their loot. This is the direction you would go. So down there's that water we saw earlier. You can drop off down there. And this used to be a great Tuso breeding ground. You can also build ceilings up and breed other dinos in that area. And if we come down the land, this used to be a little more open than it is now. Alright, and let's see. A lot of metal in here. Wow. This is where they moved all the metal to. The cave. So, I mean, you can do some okay breeding in here. Not a whole lot of great way of stacking up to do a lot of breeding, but a little bit of breeding. Then it cuts back here. I think there's 2 ways to go. So this is where we could have dropped down and come running down the hallway here. And then here's the choke point. This is a really nice spot, right? 'Cause look, players, only players can get through here, not hardly any tames. So then you could put a defense back here to stop them from coming through there. Unfortunately, it goes out this way. As you can see, this side is much larger. So this would be the direction players would want to attack from with tames to get in here, because yeah, you wouldn't be able to get. I don't think you get a stego past this point. But then you could come through here and drop a transmitter here and get a stego in if you can get enough foundations cleared. There's not a whole lot of great places to place turrets. So you'd probably want to put your turrets here to stop them from getting a transmitter down. So can we see the turrets from the other area from here? No. So we can get turrets here. Alright, of course, you can probably only put maybe 30 turrets there. No, well, actually. So here we would probably put, since they probably can bring dinos this way more than just players, you'd probably want to put 60, 70 turrets here. And then put your other 40 or 30 turrets in this room to shoot them coming through there. And you can place your special, place your blueprint vaults and extra loot vaults and stuff back here with a teleporter. Just don't build your foundations too close and block this from spawning. So we can place some turrets in here. And again, these turrets can only see the other turrets that are down here, so we have a room. We can drop the generator kind of in between. And the generator can't see any others, so here we go. So we can have some decent defenses in here. Alright, so here's the problem. Once they come, if they come this direction, right, and we remember you come over, down there's the artifact room, jump over here, there's the other tunnel, and there's the Tuso reading area we were talking about. So if we go over here, now all of a sudden, if they came that way, now all of a sudden they got through all that, now all of a sudden they're behind your other wall that you had over here. That's not good. The wall could turn and fire at them if you set it up right, but that's not the issue. The issue is now they're behind and they can come through here and kill anything you have breeding in here. So, to prevent that, for them attacking this direction, look how big this is. They can get pair racers and everything else through here once they get a transmitter down. So if you want to really protect your stuff that you might be breeding and whatever in here from them, you'll probably create a little turret area right here. But can we? Looks like we can. So all the stuff we have placed in here where we would put defenses can't be seen here. So this would be your next area to build defenses in. Get yourself 100 turrets in here to stop whatever they try and bring through there. Let's check out the generator range. And yeah, it doesn't see any of the other generators, so that's a good sign. That's good. So at least that's less problematic than before. But I mean, a pair racer, if you're not online to blow up their pair racer builds, you're in a big trouble. But if you're not online, you're probably in big trouble anyway. Yeah, they can drop a transmitter here and drop a pair racer platform down and build a wall on it. They can just walk forward without getting shot. So that becomes a problem as well. This is a pretty large area, so it's going to be hard to defend, but you do your best. We could probably build the turrets here, but again, and so they can shoot down. But again, if somebody gets behind that, that's an LOS issue again. So your options in this room are extremely limited on them coming from that direction. So if they get that direction, you're in trouble. But if they, same thing though, if they get this direction, they come up behind your other turret walls that are the other way, and those turrets are in trouble. So you have to protect all directions equally. So from a PvP standpoint, I'd give this cave, I put it at about a 5 out of 10. It's not a horrible cave. It takes a little bit more materials to protect it, but if you're online with some decent defense dinos, you should be able to stop most anybody raiding this. And you got several choke points, and it has a decent breed. You can get some water tames going. Once corral fridges come out, you'll be able to get a lot of them going. Right now you can't get a lot of water tames going, but you can get other tames going. If it had more room for breeding, it might be higher up on the good base locations, but since it doesn't have a huge amount of room for breeding for larger tribes, it's not going to be higher up on there. If it's a smaller tribe that isn't maybe not wanting thousands of dinos because you're not wanting to go head to head with giant tribes, this would probably work okay for you. Again, tribes with big dino, lots and lots of big dinos can kind of come through here with them. So because of how open this cave is and the size of dinos that can get through here, it's a little bit weaker. But you have several points where you can stop them from getting in, giving you lots of opportunities to either get your stuff out if you know you can't win, or to push them off and delay them so long that they have to go back to their server. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.